Previously on The Power to Rise, our heroes managed to gather themselves together, having a little bit of a meetup with their new hiring person, R2D4, who managed to get them all escorted towards the dungeon that was known to be known as a labyrinth. With some recent activity having taken place there, they took the moment to converse with the Muse attendees to see what exactly they might be seeing within this place. With a little bit of dialogue about potential traps and discoveries about a particular dead inhabitant still clutching to the side of the well. Many questions were raised about the potential danger that lurked within this place. But with maps exchanged, visions shared, and the like, our heroes made their way down. After some time, they managed to make their way through the area, discovered some more inherent strangeness about the place, vast handmade corridors that led to potentially trapped corridors that moved on their own and were set up to confound and really make life hell for anyone who dared trespass upon the place. Still, with some quick thinking and some really, really good fucking rolls, our heroes managed to surpass one of the first potential disasters, and R2D4 led them to a teleportation circle. With a little bit of fidgeting, managed to find a way forward for them into a chamber. Within this darkened chamber, our heroes made their way forward, and after a little bit of creeping, they discovered essentially the goal that R2D4 was after. Peeking out of the darkness, stark white, left behind, in a sense that it was just either having been recently there or with the discovery of the strangeness of this place, had always been here for untold millennia, perhaps. The body of a dragon lies within the confines of this strange and treacherous place. Dragons are real, not just folklore. Not just hearsay, not just rumors. Dragons were real, and this is proof of it. Upon seeing, discovering this being still here, R2D4 turned to our heroes, who seem to be going by potentially a temporary name, the Midnight Fates, and addressed them all. Now we can get to work. I do owe a player a particular usage of their perk that they wanted to use in like the closing moments of last episode. So, as many of you gather around this discovery, in the low light of everything peering off of you, Puddle, out of the corner of your eye, glinting off your multicolored appearance, this aura that you basically project from yourself, something glints and gleams, and your eye catches on maybe a little bit of stuff. But as you turn and view, there is something that perhaps immediately takes your notice. As I had been hiding it just for this little reveal. What looks to be a small, leading into the darkness, potentially vast hoard of treasure lies there.
I immediately lose all interest in said dragon, and am now walking over towards the
Uh,
gold.
now, granted, I'm going to go ahead and be the kindest DM I can possibly be. You asked to use your lucky perk about this.
Yes.
In this case, I'm going to let you move around a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know something very specific because of your lucky perk. You also have observant, so I'm basically using both of those in order to inform you about this information. There is a sign right there on a wooden board. What looks to be kind of quickly slapped together. Written on it in bold words are "Do not touch," and kind of what looks to be had been hanging off of it. You look down and you see a coat that has been discarded. Normally, it's a coat. Why would someone leave this down here or anything like that? But you notice that there are small, there are tears in the coat itself. And there's also the fact that it looks like this coat was also recently dyed or stained with some reddish sort of material.
Okay. Can I, upon seeing that and reading the sign, I'd like to use a boon here.
Okay.
Can I get one of my little elemental pals out, make like a little, like, use summon to create a little turtle made out of water to just hobble over and touch one of the coins and see what happens?
Oh, no. Why a turtle? Okay.
Because he's got a defensive shell that he can hide in.
Okay. Summon creature is an action. If you want to take your time to do it while other people are talking, you may absolutely do so. Or if you want this right now, we'll roll for it.
I want to roll for it since I haven't done this before.
Okay. We will go ahead and roll for this then. I believe that summon creature.
It's an energy roll.
4. Okay. So we're looking for 18 at the very least.
Got it.
Okay.
That's not it.
No worries.
His head appears, and like as he's summoning, I'm like, "Hey, go touch the gold." And he like looks to the jacket, and then starts to unappear. He's just like, "Nope."
This small elemental turtle looks at that and goes, "Nope," and just disanimates. And you do hear the water is not exactly formed out of midair. I will go ahead and say you do get a sense that there is something like the energies, like the kind of drawing of this moisture out of thin air does come from a particular direction. I have picked that direction for you.
Okay, I'll turn around to the group. There's gold. I know there's a dragon skeleton, but there's also gold. Don't touch it. Like, seriously, don't touch it. Like, I as a legendary pirate, I've dealt with a lot of cursed treasure, and I'm pretty sure this is what is referred to in the business as gold that kills you if you touch it.
Just run it there with juice that makes your head
So,
explode.
we could try to figure out a way around that later. Maybe if we just don't touch it. Maybe if we like scoop it up with like a bag, or if we have like gloves on, we're not touching it. The gloves are touching it. But that's things to try later.
Upon saying this, obviously everyone's attention is drawn past to the beginnings of a glittering mount of many different sort of coinages, jewels, pieces of jewelry, and just tiny glimpses of maybe left behind forgotten treasure chests and the like, all piled up in one particular area. But as Puddle points out, there is a sign that in common states, "Do not touch." Looking past you towards that, Arjunu kind of... I would agree, don't touch that. Not entirely sure what dangers it possesses, but I was warned beforehand about that.
Let it be known. They agree, which means I'm right. Anyways, what do we do here? How do we begin?
Well, hold on. What exactly was the warning about the gold?
I think it's not to touch it.
I'm gonna pick up the coat. There's a lot of blood, and I think that's the warning. And there is a sign that says "Don't touch." And I will just step out of way of the sign so everyone can see the sign that just says "Don't touch."
No, buddy.
Buddy makes his way over towards the sign and pushes it up so it's not at so much of an angle anymore, and it just starts tutting about the penmanship. That's it.
You don't have blood, little one.
What's about you? With a look of,
I am curious.
Huh.
Anna.
An idea for the bag for later.
Okay, that's not getting an answer then.
Idea for later. Sherry, we're cooking here, I see.
Shiri does want to ask, flat out, what is the entirety of your plan since we are here and there's nobody else here?
While Sherry asks this, what are the rest of you doing? I know that someone has drawn forth their blade and is kneeling in front of the head of this beast.
Anybody else wants to do anything?
I'd say Castria is thinking about doing a touching learning on the bones, but is trying to resist because she doesn't know how disrespectful that would be right now. With Arjunu obviously seeming to either know or care very much about the dragon here. So she's just sitting and waiting and seeing what other people are going to do. And hopefully trying to be a help.
Lola's just kind of flying around, wondering why everybody seems to want to touch things. It's like they're touching the freaking bones. They have to have a sign that says "Don't touch the gold." Like you wouldn't think to not touch the gold where there is a dead dragon. It's probably the reason the dragon is dead.
I'll see what In wants to do.
Oh dear.
That was pretty low, but is this the same style of skeleton as the one by the well?
I will go ahead and say the humanoid that appeared at the well, the entrance to this place, was distinctly humanoid. From Sherry's study of it, it appears to be of human make. With a 7, are you trying to determine the quality of these bones, so to speak?
Yeah, in the same condition where they're fresh or preserved or...
That's a really great question. The answer is yes. They appear to be of the same condition. what you want. Area, if you have anything.
Virginia, do you know which dragon this is?
Upon hearing the questions from Shiri and Iria, takes a moment, lets out a bit of a brief sigh, relaxation in the shoulders. As your friend Castria has stated, this is a rescue mission. He turns, looks back towards the skeleton. Her name is Apayat. And she has been here for a long time. Robbed of her freedom. Stuck here in the dark. Deserves a second chance. Do you need a spelling?
No,
I'll take the
that'd be a
spelling.
logic. Would that be a logic to know if I recognize that name?
Being able to recall information from your past, something along those lines, would be a learning roll.
Okay.
I would say, I don't think there's a learning roll that you could make that would let you recall this name.
Okay.
Okay. That being said, no, I think this is like brand new information almost.
Okay. This isn't a common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, in this world that all of you have lived in for your various amounts of times, not a one of you have, to your recollection or knowledge, have met with any dragons.
I was just going by like stories or whatnot. I would have been privy to.
Right. From what I've been able to gather about this dragon had met with an incredibly cruel fate. I had to do some of my own research into this place upon hearing about this. From what I've been able to gather, is that this dragon was born down here, under the yoke of a very oppressive and insane ruler, had the chance to escape, saw horrors wrought upon her kin, and without knowledge of knowing where could be safe for one of her own, fled back here.
Hearing that, I want to remove one glove and just kind of slowly touch the head of the dragon. And just kind of murmur to myself, I will make sure you're free.
There is a lot that is going on in this place. I take it none of you know of someone known as a mad mage.
I could roll a learning on it. I don't think so.
It seems a little self-explanatory. It's a mage who's mad.
I know of the Mad Lands.
I know of the madness of the abyss.
Well, some time ago, this structure, from what I've been able to research, existed as a place of warping magic built upon the erasure of a civilization. Some wizard or sorcerer or magician of some sort cultivated and treated and twisted, experimented with this place. And at one time warped it so hard that it became itself a living, dangerous knot in the weave of magic. One could say this place is cursed, but as some of you have seen, this place is profoundly magical, and it is very much alive. He looks towards each of you. It seems that many different fields of magics are inherently powerful in this place, one of those being of the necromantic variety. In my research into Impayet's history, when she fled this dungeon with her kin, they ran into a cult that wished to exploit and empower, I'm not sure, but they did not have her best interests at heart. They did horrible things to her brothers and sisters. They even did something to her. Shiri.
Yes.
I am sorry if this is a little untowards. Do you have any talent within such magics? Touches of it?
I do.
May I inquire for your assistance on merely detecting such powers? And he gestures towards the skeleton.
I'll bolster you.
I have a question first.
He nods.
How long ago has your friend been here?
Too long, in my opinion. You see, he considers some words. This is maybe a long shot, but have any of you met or treated with her kind before?
A dragon? No.
Only in stories.
We did have a recent run-in with another creature I considered a myth. Until now. But not a dragon.
I've definitely run into bigger, but not a dragon.
Only in stories I was told as a child.
The age of storms has been harsh on many. Very much so of her kind. I have told you that this is a mission of survival. Because by my count, dragonkind may be extinct.
She is perhaps pre-calamity then.
Yes. But
They date back before the calamity. They were here before everything else. Or so I was told.
That's horrible. To be here in the dark so long. She makes a motion like she's gonna pet the dragon, but pulls her hand back. She doesn't want to accidentally do any reading without permission.
he gives you a sort of a gesture go ahead.
I'll do a minor read. If only there was some way we could talk to her. We sensed that she was here, but she has not spoken. I'll do just a quick basic baseline premonition just to see if I can make a connection. I don't know if I can get her to talk, though. I can only see past stuff.
Give me questions.
That's 12.
There is something very faint. You see something, but without being trained in, or at the very least experienced with necromantic energies, magics. For you, it's hard to tell. But you know of one of your companions who would probably have a better idea.
Sherry. I can sense her, but this is not my strong suit or my wheelhouse. If there's something you can do to help, I'll do anything to assist, but I can't reach her.
I want to be sure of what I'm doing first. Sir Arjinu, how did you learn of her story?
I heard of her story from my associate. And my associate heard it from her. And he gestures again to the skeleton. They spoke. She shared this knowledge with her. And from what I understand, an act of kindness, she donated, and he points towards the pile of treasure. And in response, it provided the sapphire. There is, from my understanding, a strong and strange magics with that of dragonkind. I would be remiss if I did not fight to see their future go unfulfilled.
What
How loud
needs
is this
to be
conversation?
done?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Lola.
Yeah. How loud was this conversation? Like, could we all hear it?
He's not being quiet about it. It is basically those who are within the immediate vicinity. So,
I think Lola would just kind of call out, it's like, okay, so is the plan to, are you planning on, I'm so confused. Are you planning on bringing this thing back? Because we're technically, you know, there's no sky up there. It's ceiling. So it just seems like a bad idea. I just wanted to make sure we're not resurrecting that. Correct?
that is not the current plan. He looks back to Shiri.
What is your plan then?
The actions that the others took upon her form, I believe, has left a curse upon her very bones. Reanimating her is not the call. If her soul is still there, I wish to call it out, place it within the sapphire, and heal her to a new body of her choosing. The Age of Storms was hard on many. I would like to see one not go extinct.
Could you do that for other beings as well that are afflicted with this curse?
It's possible. But I am working with magics that were passed to me by those who know their kin very well. And it is a very specific working.
What do you need us to do?
He kind of shrugs and shakes his head a bit and looks back to Shiri. I'm sorry, but I need to know. Because if she is gone, then I promise you, this is for survival. No destruction. I mean no harm to any.
Hearing that, Erie will walk up to Suri and just put her hand on her shoulder.
If anybody wants, there is no specific insight skill, but perception or logic, either of those skills would work. Prescience may also work in this endeavor.
I'll use my prescience.
That's a 35 in my perception.
Jesus Christ.
All the dice.
Anyone
16
over,
logic.
anyone over 15 can confirm that he is telling the truth. There is no intent to bringing harm to others. He is kind of needing to perform a very specific ritual to help things out. This is a mission of rescue, as he promised before. Puddle with a 35. Holy crap. There is a quiet desperation in his tone. This is not the actions of a cultist or of a fanatic or anything else along those lines. You see essentially a man who has a goal of preservation. There is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Puddle, you see there is no malicious intent. He is, if he were to stoop himself to this moment, he would be on his knees begging.
Fury. I've had run-ins with those who were obsessed with the power of the ancient world and the secrets and knowledge and magic before the so-called calamity happened. I'm familiar with those people. And this man is far too pathetic to be one of them. No offense. Pathetic in a nice way. Pathetic as in, you are really desperate, but not out of, you don't seem to want this for yourself. Way too empath of you, to be honest. It's kind of almost sad. I trust him. And let me say that I don't trust many people with my heart. And I can tell you that I do not think he has ill intentions. Now, the dragon could very well have ill intentions once they get their new vessel. I don't know that. But I can speak for Arjinu and say that we can trust him.
Iria puts her hand on Suri. Please, help her. You didn't have questions when you healed our Sphinx friend, not knowing anything about them. I ask you, I beg you, free her.
Castria's just kneeling next to the dragon and just very silently, comfortingly petting the nose of the skull. And she just looks back, and it's just this look of almost the same desperation as Arginyu, as she has made a connection to it, but she can't get any further frustrating. Just, please, Sherry. At least let her speak for herself.
Also, along with Puddle's plea, remember, Castria shared something with Arginyu and knows that there's nothing malintent in his heart.
Sherry puts her hand on where the brain would be of the dragon's skull.
If I still have my hand on her, is that like a help action?
Oh, she has a bolster if she wants it.
I believe she's already bolstered.
You're already bolstered?
Okay.
Then she's good.
Okay.
Sherry, I'm gonna ask you. Looking at this situation, do you have any intent with this action that you are taking place? Are you merely looking? Are you trying to study? This is potentially not something you've truly dealt with before. Or are you feeling things out?
A bit of feeling things out, but also trying to understand what could be there, or if anything, possible that it could do.
Rolling off of your 31 from before, give me... I'm going to give you your choice of extra rolls. I am going to give you something regardless. Either learning, logic, or entropy. I would have included creation, but I believe they're at the same level, so... And if you do entropy / creation, I believe you are bolstered on that attribute.
All right. Here we go.
That looking, seeing, feeling, scanning over this felled creature, there is that glimmer of something that has laid dormant for so long. But a glimmer you recognize, much like the one you saw in the sapphire. There is something small here. Dormant. And almost like opening your eyes for the first time in a day, you see a sheen of something ripple along the bones, and faint markings to you etch out in a green flame. without knowing exactly what these mean or entail, not exactly. But there is something horrible marked upon these. And it could be the act of great malevolence. But beyond that, you hear, hello?
I can hear you. You're not alone.
I don't see anything. So dark, I'm so tired. Rolling off of your really good rolls upon this subject, I'm going to provide you with an option should you so choose. If you wanted to, you get the sense that this is like a ghost haunting these bones, that the spirit of this dragon, the Piet, is still here. If you wanted to, you could give her a bit of a boost and let her speak and see and feel in a limited capacity. You'd be able to navigate past this dangerous, unfair magics that is laid upon her frame. You can let her speak for a short while, if you want.
I'll do it.
If you don't mind, a creation roll with the same bolsters as an advantage 1. And I'll say, because of your bracelet, you may bring that up to advantage 2.
Okay.
Sherry, I'm going to ask you, as you put your essentially feelers out for this, like reaching a hand out to offer support to someone, what is the color of this light that shines off of you as you perform this new magic that you have not exhibited before? What is this? How does it appear to everyone else as you pull forth a spirit that has for so long had no one to talk to?
I would say it's white, but there's also like the sparkles in her hair. There's some black here and there. It's trying to reach out. It's not more so just trying to be hopeful with the soul.
It takes a moment. You navigate through this horrid curse laid upon her. You take hold. And as this sort of light, photo negative sort of aura exhibits from her, The air before all of you glows with the same color as the ghost of a young adult dragon appears in the space above the bones, kind of hovering like a tethered specter. I'm still here. Hope I'm not alive. She looks towards all of you. I don't know any of you. She stops and squints. I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Now we all hear this, right?
All of you can hear this.
Upon hearing this dragon speaks, it's down on knees, kind of like in a praying type, meditation type stance.
Lola.
Lila kind of watch this whole scene and just it ends next to her. Just fly over to En's shoulder. Is that like just a thing? Like, are the dragons gods to them or something?
I don't know. I heard some people get crazy enough that they start cults and worshiping, even though they don't know anything about them, based on stories. Maybe that's it. She is a little weird.
It's the height thing, huh? But no, Lola is just kind of watching the scene, and she's remarking to her, "This is strange." She's like, "What is happening? Like, why are they all acting like we just?" To her, they're bones. Like, she's like, "It's what's going on?" Upon hearing the soul's like, "So like, is the thing inside like, are they gonna take it? Like, cause are they talking to? What is happening over there?"
I don't know. I think it's just another person that needs help from the gist of it.
This specter takes a moment, scans over each of you. You get the sense that its perception is perhaps not the best. It's not contained within its eyes or anything else along those lines. But peers down. And there is like the softest sensation of like a smile. You hear, "Jack, you came back," and she begins to lean forward past many of you before she goes, "Oh, my apologies, you're much shorter. You're not, I'm sorry, I mistook you." She begins to lean back a bit. Anyone may make a perception roll of that if they'd like.
I will, because that was weird.
I'm standing back and watching quite intently, so I'll roll. as well.
I'm dropping a legend.
Oh God!
I'm dropping
That's
a 2 legend points into this.
And Sherry, I'm not sure you're going to need to roll. Puddle, it is plain as day. Her head leans past you. She looks to Buddy.
Well, dragon's evil, obviously, now. Dragon's evil.
Buddy looks up at this whole situation, looks over towards Siri, and just pulls out a tiny sideboard with a question mark on it.
My lady, Miss Dragon, who is Jack?
He was just here. He showed me great kindness.
My name is Castria. I was brought here by, and she gestures to Arginio, by Mr. Arginio here, to help you, if you'll allow it.
Yes.
And, Miss Sherry is the reason you're able to speak to us, I believe. I'm guessing this is your work, Sherry?
Not entirely, but perhaps a bit of luck too.
Sherry.
Yes?
I have not been able to speak in so long. I haven't had company. I don't know how long. She looks around at each of you. Why do I see this now? My life was nothing. My mother forgot me. My brothers and sisters were torn from me. The one who commands this place left me down here. The treasure's not mine. It's falsely given to me. And I cannot escape. Why do you summon me?
To free your soul.
To see if you're still there. Apparently, Mr. Arginio, your source, were they not here earlier?
Virginia stares up at this. We are to fight destiny. For destiny has decided to cruelly trap you within this space. You deserve another chance to sing, as does your time kind. I would like to offer you a second chance because there are those who deeply care about you. She looks down towards all of you. I haven't had anyone care about me. Don't care much for me at all. I remember there's not many who wish to listen to my story. But if you say there is space amidst the sun, what do I have to lose? But it is nice
I
to
know-
have company.
I know of a place that would much like to hear your song. We did not know you were here.
I do not believe my name is in any form of history.
Names don't matter. It's what you are that does matter.
If you truly mean these things, then thank you.
I cannot speak for all my companions, but I care.
I care. This is not a fate anyone deserves.
No. Arjunu turns towards you, Siri. Thank you. I needed to make sure. Regardless Regardless, I probably would have carried through anyways. But knowing that there's still something here, we can set her free. And I would like to ask for the sapphire back.
Okay, here you go. She just hands it over.
No need to roll.
That's still weird. Cool, but weird.
He takes it from you, holds it in his hands. The sapphire is important. There is magic in certain traditions of dragons. With the amount of time that this has been held within this hoard, it is steeped within her presence. As I said, the ritual is meant to call her spirit free of the bindings that she faces. And will place her in this. Once it's there, I will go through the process of healing her. So that she might consider herself amongst the living once again, one day. It will be a potentially slow and arduous process. But her kind does not deserve to be naught but ashes. So, if you're all with me, I would appreciate it. And we have our work cut out for us if you're all down.
Yes.
Does she know anything about the sign and the gold and the dead person's cloak thing? I'm just really curious.
Oh, that treasure's not mine, but it is tied to me. It has a mind of its own. It is very, grabby might be the word.
We might have to have a question about your vocabulary expansion because it's grabby.
No, sorry.
We'll fix that later.
What do you need to start preparing? Is it like a ritual?
Yes, it will be a ritual in order to undertake. He looks towards the rest of you all. I will probably have to put up some lights around here so we can see more into this place. This may take some time to set up, but thankfully we've been able to find this place right away, so I can get to work right away on preparing this thing. The only problem that I can see is that I'm going to need a few more ingredients in order to complete this ritual. But upon my research, I have deduced that it's going to be highly probable that we can find the ingredients within this place. Which is where I need your help on this. I'm going to need these ingredients sourced so we can complete this. At least 3, but if you can get all 5, it would make our attempts as best as possible. He reaches into the pouch that Castria, you had just recently had your hand in.
Ah, shit. The one where I grabbed and smashed things on the ground from? Is that why we don't have ingredients?
He looks up and goes, unfortunately...
We need 8 now.
Unfortunately, some of my stock was used very recently. Do not... It's quite alright. Looking at this endeavor, I might not have had enough anyways. And I already had assumed I would have to find something down here, or we'd need to make a return trip. But I believe we can get everything while we're down here all at the same time. This place has many different environs to it. As I said before, there is a knot in this place that is suffused with magic. It is hard to tear apart. There is much that this place would have survived from the calamity. So therefore you may be able to still find some of these things. I have crystals and other sorts of things ready to go, but I am going to need a few things. I will need some inks or paints or oils, or at the very least the specific flowers that could be used for these things. Some coreopsis or geraniums or daylilies. If you could find those. I know there is a place here that was stated that had a menagerie of flora, for one. Metal shavings of orichalcum, if anyone can find some of that. If you're not able to find any of that, Electrum might be able to do, but the prior would very much help insulate this ritual. This is a bit of an odd suggestion, but dragon's blood incense. This place was run by a wizard. He has to have a stockpile of reagents somewhere. It's possible you could find some of this there. Salt. This is a largely cavernous area, but if you find one with some deposits of good water near it, the more pure the better. And he looks back towards the skeleton as this ghost is kind of idly, looks very sleepy and tired. And then the hardest ingredient, but I believe you all can get it done. And he, out of the bag, he produces a glass bottle. Owing to her nature, I'm going to need someone to catch lightning. It doesn't have to be this bottle, but it would help.
You'd have to be either really quick, she looks at Iria, or really good with elements, she looks at Petal.
Probably both.
I have a question for you. You said orichalcum. Since I've been around, I have not met another soul who actually believes that it exists, let alone is requesting some. You see where I come from, it's a very common thing. Our city's practically built of it. But there have been many smiths that have said it's a metal of myth, and you just want some?
If it could be found here, it would be the best material to insulate the ritual from the very exuberant magics of this place.
I see. Well, no small task. Catch lightning.
Do you have any inkling, I'll point to the map. Do you have any inkling where any of this stuff might be located?
There are many of these designated rooms, from what I've heard, have fallen into a complete disrepair. Rooms give way to open, cavernous spaces. It's entirely possible you might have some luck finding natural pockets here and there.
So we just need to kind of wander and hope to get lucky.
I know it seems very demeaning to ask all of you of this, but these are what I would need. Anything else you find, as we discussed before, is yours to keep.
In any of the rations that we have, is there any salt that we could use, or is it specific salt?
Same with the paint. I do have paints on me, and the ability to mix them into not an endless quantity, but a fairly large quantity.
Or the paints that you have derived from the flowers I mentioned?
No, I just usually find things of the same color and grind them up.
I see.
I can try something. Above table, GM. If I use my divine insight now to derive where all the ingredients might be, I'm guessing that would just use up my ability to do precog for the rest of this adventure, yeah?
That would be a precognition, and if you wanted to succeed at that level, yes, that would be your once a week thing on that particular subject.
I'll give it a shot.
To answer Ilya's question earlier.
Time out. Above question on that. Is she still at disadvantage on everything?
In this...
I resisted earlier, didn't
I? In this moment, with what is taking place here, I would say that demoralize has melted away.
Okay. I didn't want her to, like, gamble it, and then... Okay. Okay.
We succeeded on this anyways.
Okay.
But also, to answer Iria's question earlier, fortunately, the salt that is on the meat is in use, so I would like something more pure.
And while we search for this, you're staying here, right?
Yes, I would not want to get in your way.
I know this may be asking a lot. Can we take your map just in case?
He hands it out to you. No persuasion roll necessary.
Okay.
Alright, so I automatically succeed. Should I just roll for flavor, or...?
If you really want to, like I said, you automatically succeed.
Just to give us a little bit more of a path through the dark.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll, and I'll see what I can give to you.
Okay.
As Castry sits down with her cards...
And I do have boon focus, so it will work. This is just how well it works.
Yes. Sherry, he looks towards you and just gives you a
2
bow.
legend points into this, sorry.
Okay. No, don't put legend points into this.
Why?
You succeed automatically.
I just want a big number.
Okay. Fine.
Let's go.
Siri, he looks towards you, gives you a bow, and in a low tone that only you can hear. Thank you for giving me hope for this.
I'm glad I could.
Uh, 24-ish.
24-ish. Well, I didn't use the legend points because you told me not to.
Yeah.
So I still have them.
I'm gonna let you. Okay. I'm gonna pick some ingredients. I would have given you the choice, but no, I'm gonna be
No, you can pick them, and I don't have to know the exact location, but just like if I could get like a breadcrumb trail or something.
The inks. There is, to your surprise, there is a level within this vast space that creates the entirety of this dungeon, the labyrinth. Goes beyond what's marcated on the map. You see greenery, like luscious forests, jungles, something along those lines. And curiously, a sun that peers down through a blue sky.
That doesn't seem correct.
And yet, it is here, within this place.
Do I get a sense in what direction?
Yeah, you get the direction.
I was about to say, like, north, south? Or am I just gonna know?
Yeah, it is erstwhile, through teleportations and such. So
okay.
I cannot give you a north or south.
I'm only asking because I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you're good. You see the path lies before you. Within that jungle, you see many different colors of different sorts. You also hear low chuckling. Strange shadows move through the space. Something very strange is down there. There's like an unfortunate tear of some sort.
Like, what kind of tear? Like a tear in the fabric of reality?
Maybe.
Well, fuck. Alright, well, that's the inks. What else do I get?
The salt lies within another cavern. Glowing moss, the smell of sulfur, and curiously, a vessel of some sort that seems so out of place. And by vessel, I mean of the seafaring variety.
Puddle, you just hear Caster just say, a boat.
We need a boat? My boat's still not fully fixed yet, but I can make, like, a smaller version of the boat that we can still get on. That one's still fine. Tested that out. They didn't like that in the streets. They kind of got mad at me.
And the metal. No. Sorry. That would not be appropriate. Forget I said that.
Gone.
The incense is within a place that has been traveled before. Very recently as well. Despite the fact that this location has been looted of many of its treasures, it is still a surefire shot. Although, it is still well traveled. You might find it there. You might find it along the way.
Okay. What does that location look like?
Like a lonely and desolate throne room. Before it, a chamber with a small pool, almost mimicking the well that all of you entered through.
Okay.
Gleams with a strange means of reflecting the light above. And within, three corpses to 4 deaths lie.
3 corpses, 4 deaths. Sounds like the thing in Sleepy Hollow. 3 caskets, 4 bodies.
And you see your paths will be many. Who or what you might run into is not guaranteed. There are likely to be dangers around many corners. Not everyone is a friend, not everyone is a foe that you will run across.
So the the thing that I might run into other people, or that we might run into other people, it's like a faint part of my premonition. I don't get any details on them, just there's someone else here.
Your paths will cross with others.
Okay.
They likely do not have the same agenda. They might not have a welcoming temperament.
Okay.
Be cautious.
Okay. I'll pass that along to everyone else. I've got 3 of the ingredients, but the rest escape me.
Looking at this map, Ari just stares at it, and she walks over to Puddle. I know with your background as being a legendary pirate, I think you are best suited to have this map with your navigation skills.
I'll grab the map. I will look back at the area. I will make a confident nod, but in the head it's like, this is not like the normal maps. What kind of map is this? This is not a star chart. And I'll put it on my belt and just kind of.
I'll give a nod, but look at the look and like, did I just make a mistake?
I had a terrible idea, but I don't know if we should. It would be a lot faster. I don't know how much time we have to complete this. If perhaps we split up and looked for things? It is a bad idea, I know. But I know for sure some are this way, but we don't know if the other ingredients are in the same direction. What if Muse comes by?
From what I understand, is that their members operate off of a weekend break system. I believe they should be off for some time, and looking around, he gestures over towards the side and kind of makes an approach towards like this sort of weird structure over here. You see a table lined with what appears to be like a bin of some sort, and he just reaches up and begins fiddling with it, and it begins to create light. So they have discovered this place as well. I should have anticipated that. If they are to come here, I'm going to try to see what I can do to delay them or have them take a different route. Maybe I will have to tamper with the circle here. If this is a known entryway, I've been told there's a separate exit. So, you'll be able to take that back and forth, as long as you hold on to the keys. Or the maps. The maps are keys, the keys are maps. While I'm here, I'm going to get started on the ritual, seeing if there's anything else within this place, and perhaps having a conversation with her as much as I can, if she is able to linger for much longer. I've expressed how thankful I am to all of you.
I'll just because I realized we haven't engaged with her for a little bit, I'll look up at the Miss Hyatt. I know you are probably feels dreamlike right now, but please be rest assured we will do our best for you and be back as soon as we can.
Thank you. I wish I could promise a payment, but that thing hardly listens to me anyways. She gestures towards like the massive pile of treasure.
Castria will take off one of her pieces of jewelry and, in a show of good faith, toss it into the jewel pile. There are some things more precious than gold.
Yeah, platinum. Just see a little fairy buzz by. Yeah, platinum. She keeps going.
She's funny. Thank you, Sherry.
Glad to help. I do have a question for you, if I may.
Sure.
The person that put this curse on you, can you tell me about them? Above game, I feel like that knowledge would be a good idea to have just in case we run into something.
I thought it was the
Ways
gold
to
that
trigger
did
the
it.
dragon.
Sorry.
Sorry to invoke your PST.
That's not what I was going for.
I know.
I was
I know you were
I was
brutal
trying to reassure baby and put baby to sleep for the nap before we left to go to the movies, and now the baby is awake again.
Nightmare!
Because somebody gave him a chocolate bar.
She looks towards you, Sherry. No, like, there's no hint of malice or anything in your voice. You are trying your hardest to just ask questions. Sometimes there is malicious intent with asking questions, but in this case there are none. There was a group of them. They did bad things to like brothers and sisters. They killed one of them. His bones kept moving. And she gets a far off look in her face, and unfortunately there's still just that briefish look of concern. I don't know if he was really with the group or not, but his eyes were vacant. But there was like a green fire within them. And Sherry, somewhere you hear,
Then they will pay for what they have done to you and your kind. I swear it.
that is the case. I'm just so tired of being imprisoned here. Lola.
If you've been here for a really, 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 really long time, how do we know the people that did this to you are still alive?
How long has it been?
I don't know.
Well, here comes the existential crisis.
R2D kind of. To be fair, dragons have a much different perspective of time than we do.
No, I know that, but Iria says she wants to get revenge for her, and we don't know if they're still alive. That's my thing. So I'm just curious if those people that did this are long-lived creatures, or if they have shorter lifespans. That's my question.
We don't
If someone has
give them a
the
name.
magic, if someone has the magic to imprison a dragon, they must be of great power.
Great power doesn't equal great lifespan, though. It's a different mythology. It can, but not always.
It does if you're a
That's-
lich. This is great necromantic work.
She looks down at all of you. I'm afraid I never got a name. Our naivety was abused. They said they would make us more powerful. I didn't like how it looked. She shakes her head.
Out of curiosity, the voice that I heard, was that like within her memory, or was that within her soul, or was that just in my own head?
What would you like to roll about it? Player's choice. What would you like to roll?
Learning? Because she's not used to what she's doing right now, so okay.
This is one of those very fun moments where not auditory. It's not a voice you have ever heard before. And yet there is a chill that runs down your spine. Like a horrifying familiarity.
That's not good.
I understand that these efforts might take some time. Should you ever need a rest, I will keep this place safe, as much as I can. And if you need to drop anything off at me, of course I will look after it. But I will tend to this side as best I can.
Not joining us for our dungeon delving, huh?
I'm afraid my area of expertise is a gesture towards a pipe.
Well, I know where 3 are. I still have the idea of splitting up on the table, but I understand if that's not what we're going for. We can at least start with the 3, and perhaps the others will pop up as we go.
Above
I know.
table. Above table. How jacked up would it make it if we split up? I didn't know if like you had prepped if we.
I will say this, chronologically, in-game speaking, it could make things faster. Gameplay-wise, we're talking perhaps the same amount of time, and also things may be a little loosey-goosey. So we'll have to see how that goes. But there is story one way or the other.
Above game, I'm just being a pain in the ass. We don't have to split up.
That's why I wanted this before I started. Like we start voting. It's like how jacked up would it make everything?
Oh, don't worry.
I honestly, if I was in this situation, that's kind of how I would do it, because there's a lot of us and we could cover more ground. But I also understand the whole don't split the party thing in D&D, so
Yeah.
I get it.
I just don't want to
another
make
thing-
it too much of an inconvenience.
You're fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say another thing above table. I know when we talked about my backstory and stuff, we mentioned orichalcum as being really rare. Do they know what orichalcum is? Does anyone else know? Have they seen it?
I thought rare metal, and I think Caestria is just hoping it will be obvious, but she has no idea what that is.
So, like, just making sure. It is something that is, like, no one knows.
I will say, Paul, since you brought it up above game, no one else looks like they recognize the name.
Okay. Then in that case, in game, not above game. Puddle, after just kind of like looking at the water and just reminiscing about home. I can spot the orichalcum if we come across the doll now. There's a metal I'm quite familiar with, and at this point you all should be too. There are trace amounts, and I'll spin my trident. Trace amounts inside of here, used as a small alloy from home, but I don't think it would be correct of me to use something from my home for something like this, especially since it isn't pure. So, I am able to discern it from a normal metal, though.
Virginia nods at you and goes, that might... Then perhaps there might be a chance.
DM, I sent you a DM.
Oh, okay.
It just popped in my head. Or is it totally different?
Looking at it, different metals.
Okay. But you see where I was coming from.
No, I get it.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
You know, hey, there's stuff to experiment with there. He does look towards you, Puddle, nodding. From my understanding, orichalcum is a magic resilient metal. You would have to know very specifically what you're working with in order to do things with it. Oh.
That's the I don't know how to meld with it myself, but those at home, we have many numerous smiths and metal workers that were quite proficient with melting it. It is a key part of our city's infrastructure. And many things, such as my mask and my trident, have trace amounts in there because of its properties.
Topic I would like to discuss with you, but that is neither here nor there. You would be able to identify it. That's good. Huh. Interesting bunch I've run into.
As for lightning, I am very much covered in water constantly. I can be a conduit. So if anyone else has any ideas for how to contain the lightning, I do think that with a giant metal stick and me, I might be able to transfer the lightning.
Into the bottle?
We could try.
That would be very impressive.
I do have some experience with, elementalism, but I've never had any proficiency for wielding any of the air or storm-based properties of it. Though that being said, nor was I ever proficient at fire, and now I can do that, so...
Do we
Well,
want
there's
to
a boat.
enter?
Sight.
So there's a boat, too, so... my only fear is that if we all go our separate directions, you all will be ending up in the area in which there's the orichalcum and you aren't able to spot it. You are at the boat, and I don't get to see the boat.
It is
and
a big one.
we
You
do have-
need to see the boat.
We do have 2 maps, but if something was to happen to one of the people holding the map in the split party, 2 people could potentially be stranded.
That is also a good point. We can stick together.
Which is, I just worry that if you all had to be out on the sea, the only one that I have a shred of confidence in to hold their own is Iria. No offense, but you've all been underground.
Taken.
I've been around.
No offense. You could definitely outmaneuver me in a cave every day. Unless it's an underwater cave, and then I would outmaneuver you. But
I was born in the desert.
that's like the opposite of the water.
It still moves. But I
Does
get
it?
your point. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Was it a shifting desert?
She seems lost, like she can't quite remember. And it's not because the player can't remember, it's a mechanic with my character, but she just kind of seems a bit like she's trying to remember, but it's fuzzy. Sometimes it moves. Sometimes it's still. Sometimes it's cavernous.
when you were getting your sense of where to go, did this ping anything to you? That was kind of like gesture to the body of water behind me. Is that anything? I felt that earlier.
The directions I got, did it cross the water?
The directions you got did not lead into that water, but looking at the water, there is movement to it. It is not still water. This water has to lead here from someplace, and from the looks of it, it's also channeled elsewhere.
It could be something. I am not an expert on sciences, but aren't deposits made by water movement?
Well, water must flow to and from.
This might be a stretch, but what if we returned to the entrance and descended the well? Because there was a well. There's water at the bottom of a well?
We've already descended the well to get down here.
No, I'm talking about going down the well where the skeleton was.
That's where we went
the
down.
cursed well.
No,
You think that's,
the cursed
okay,
well.
You think that's the move?
Oh. Okay.
I will admit there's a part of me that wants to look at that body again.
There's something above table, but it's like I don't want to bring it up, so I'm just leaving it alone.
You guys have like a multitude of possible options. There's a lot of clarifying questions that you can ask about this thing. And there's probably more details I can give to Castro to help help or hinder this decision-making process. If you guys would talk about this above game, continue to do so. We can take a break here. When we come back, let's try to
see and try to see where we're going.
If you guys want to
Make our
split
next
up, or if you want to chase one particular venue before anything else. Castria's precognition on the ingredients is along the lines of she kind of has a vague understanding of how to get from point A to point B. So
that's kind of like I know where those are.
yeah,
The rest is the question mark.
I am unlikely to lead you on a wild goose chase. Wink.
The
Okay.
DM's telling us to pick a direction and go.
Just
If we do want to split up, I can put like 3 of us on the medium-sized raft, and we can go rafting through this river.
Team fuck around and team find out.
Just saying that is.
When we come back from break, I'm actually going to light this place up so you guys can see it, because I would just assume that at some point someone's going to go around lighting up these lamps.
Okay.
Yeah, because in that map, is that ice or is that water?
That is water.
Okay.
Yeah, so, let's go ahead and take a break here. When we come back, we'll
have a plan.
Don will plan. Wait,
We're 1-1 on the boat.
I don't know. You guys haven't made a decision.
Right.
So.
I'm rolling on it. Evens
I vote
stay together.
squash.
Odds. Odds. I say split.
We are back.
So that's 2-1 on split the
But
party.
then we have to figure out how we're going to split up teams.
Exactly.
So we got 2 for split.
I don't trust anyone to look for the orichalcum on their own, so I vote for stay.
All right, so it's 2 and 2.
We're going to get a stalemate, aren't we?
I mean, there are 7 of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Buddy gets a vote. Buddy gets a vote.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Who escaped into the void?
It's
Charles,
been a while.
you have a vote?
We lost Patrick.
Charles, do you have a vote for together or split?
I already told you to stay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 3 for together, 2 for split.
Anna,
Patrick
you
is
could
really
be real
fun.
funny right now.
I could. I very much could be, but I'm like,
You want to stay
I don't
together.
trust our luck. I do. I don't trust
That's
our luck.
fair. Okay, then the official vote is we stay together. That's cool.
That's also our heels.
It's completely understandable and acceptable to stick the party together. It's okay.
Oh shit. I know, I honestly only put that out there to be a funny person. It went way further than I
It's
intended.
totally fine. Like I said, if I want to split you guys, it will happen.
Patrick going from Patrick was smiling. It skipped forward after 2 minutes of him right here,
Oh
and then he left.
no! Charles. Alright.
There he is.
Welcome back.
We haven't had one of those in a while. With our group.
It's usually me.
Okay. The group, I believe, as your DM, from what I'm understanding, is that the sense is you all want to stick together. It is not a terrible plan. Don't worry about it.
Alright, so do we want to go...
Rocks fall or anything like that.
The next decision is, do we want to go in the definite direction that I used my one big use of premonition and my divine insight on to go? Or do we want to go a different direction?
I'm going to go ahead and stop you there. You have 3 different directions. But it is a choose-your-own-adventure sort of thing. What ingredient do you think you guys would like to try to go and check out first? Now the real vote begins.
Well, you say 3 directions, but we still haven't decided if we're going to go in the definish ones I got the information for, or if we're going to go in a random direction.
I mean...
That was the first one.
Okay.
Because Puddle wants to go rapid.
I say we go towards one of the directions that Castria saw. It seems counterproductive to not go immediately to the ones we already know, since we know where they are.
Which was the one that had the quote-unquote tear?
That would be on the...
That's the
level with
inks.
the flora.
The inks are in the greenery area. I took notes. Inks are in greenery area. Low chuckling. Strange thing in the forest. Unfortunate tear.
I'm quite a fan of the woods, so I'm down to go to the green area.
I say that one.
Did you confer on the map of how they're placed if one's along the way of the other one? Or is it straight up one different?
I think we're using the teleportation map thing, right?
From the teleportation map, you can get yourself as close as you can through the path that you see. From there, it is a trek, and there's not exactly a guarantee that it's going to be a fast or overall safe sort of route, essentially speaking. But you can make it there.
Well, I want to set my home point here.
Okay.
I set my Hearthstone here.
If we die, we want to wake up in our bed here.
You guys set your
Yes,
respawn point,
yes.
Sure.
And
This
set my
is my-
respawn point here.
Sure. You
This is my Final Fantasy 14 hub town. This is my home aetheryte.
Okay. And
Talking to the
Just to make
tavern
it
keeper
separate.
and setting my Hearthstone here.
at the very least, the maps that you guys have, you get the knowledge that should you explore beyond the boundaries of what the map shows you thus far, if you're able to find recognized chambers or teleportation points, you can come back here just by using these maps. So, you, specifically, I will say, like, and at the very least, saw the motions that Arginu did in order to get you guys here. Because otherwise you guys are just teleporting around willy-nilly.
I say the
think we
inks and
It's
I
the
think we
first
should-
one on the list as well.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say, I'd rather go to the closest one first to get an idea of what we're gonna be doing instead of going to the farthest one without any idea of what works.
Above table, I think it's just going to be whatever we go after is like whatever we're doing next DM wise. I don't think there is a furthest closest. I mean, unless you planned out that far.
If you mean by, like, most beaten path,
That's the
Uh,
throne
the-
room, the one where most people have been.
the most beaten path would be for the incense. I would say that. But guarantees cannot be made here.
Because the tunnels have minds of their own and they shift shaft anyways.
Yeah. So that is a fair point that Charles brings up.
I'm good with any of them. Just let's pick somewhere and go. Standing
Roll a
around
die.
isn't gonna.
It's 5 items?
So five
Or 3 items?
There's 5 items, we only know where 3
three
are.
items known about.
Okay, from the 3 that we know, let's just roll a die.
Inks
Which one's
1,
which?
salt 2, incense 3. Hey look, it's a 1. We're gonna do the inks.
Alright.
I just rolled a D4.
All right. No.
4 was for chaos.
4 was for chaos. Okay.
before we wait for everything to come to us.
No, that would have been a 0. I don't know how you roll it, but alright. So, with some deliberation, you guys make an agreement. Let's go down the list, see what we can find. Beaten path, it is going to be there. The sea with a vessel, the ship, out of basically a fish out of water experience, you have an inkling of an idea of what will lead there. But the inks are a very particular flora. Perhaps not one that all of you are experienced with, but if you do a little bit of scrounging around, perhaps you'll have some idea of what you're looking for. You'll gather yourselves together. Arginu directs you towards the back of the chamber, where, as he mentioned before, he was made aware that there was an exit teleportation circle. With a little bit of workings, I would say probably end if you want to take over for this function. You're able to utilize the same motions that Arginu exhibited, and you all find yourselves in a wholly different place.
I feel like I should be wearing a very long cape for this.
As you shove a gummy worm in your mouth.
We're in unfamiliar territory. Drugs are probably not a great idea right now. if they were. You all find yourselves within a chamber. Light glints in from a direction, bouncing off of mirrors, perhaps here or there. Around you, every once in a while, you hear the little bit of crumbling of stone. Ages of erosion working its way into this place. You see worked stone walkways that have crumbled before that of time and nature. Water, perhaps ever so slightly air, maybe even beasts that have made their way through. It's quiet, dark, and still in this place. Some of you still have lights up for those of you who are able to perform such conjurations. I will ask who wants to take the lead here.
I'll take lead.
Okay.
Looking around, I guess it'd be perception. Looking for fresh tracks. So.
Yeah, I would say that's a perception check from any who are curious about foot traffics in this area.
17. And I do have blind sight if that matters in any of this.
Oh, that's actually a fair question. Sherry, I assume you might still be concentrating on that, or do you think you would have forgotten at some point?
Can I recast it?
Yeah. I'm not going to knock you for it.
Okay.
I have a little ball of light following me
Got it.
that I
You're still
I have
cast
the per-
with light. I am still tiny.
Got it.
I'm just
I,
gonna be hanging back with Lola.
Lola is like flying around, like trying to get an idea.
I have the turtle with me. I've resummoned the turtle, but he's got little wings now, and it's like floating right next to me.
It's a Koopa Troopa.
No.
We're gonna stomp on it and kick it ahead.
No.
What color shell is it?
Well, it's water,
Blue.
so it's blue.
I don't want to get sued by Great.
I don't want to lead now. I don't want to lead now. I'll stick in second.
But yeah, no, I have him ready to go investigate things.
How big is the room?
The chamber that's around you is... I'm bad with distances, so give me a second. I would say like 30 feet wide from your interior entryway. Looking about this place, you get the sense that, again, with time having taken its toll on this sort of structure, there is a way forward. Behind you, there's no extra corridor or anything else along those lines. It looks like you guys kind of appear within a dead-end space with a way forward from where you are. Tracks that you see. You rolled a 17. Area, I think you're actually pretty good at picking up freshness of tracks, I think. Would you agree? Based on your line of work? There has been recent activity here. If there's been recent activity here, there's a good chance that either there are fresh traps laying in wait for you guys, or there are no traps because someone has run ahead and sprung them and gotten themselves killed or something along those lines. That being said, there are a lot of tracks here. A lot of fresh ones. Hard to make out, with the 17, hard to make out what exact creatures there are or anything else along those lines. You just know that, like, the dust hasn't been able to take a good amount of time in order to settle in these things.
I'd probably relay, we might not be alone. I can't judge how new these are, but there's fairly fresh tracks. Again, don't know if friend or foe, so just be alert.
Caution is probably a good idea.
If we can avoid confrontation, I say we probably do, because I don't know how well this structure is, or what we would be going up against.
The passageway that sits before you. Those of you who are knowledgeable about the deeper cave systems from Undertown or similar to that know that airflow is not a constant or a given within these spaces. Sometimes if you're looking for your way out, you can lick your finger and try to see where the airflow is coming from. So it is perhaps understandable that you would have a little bit of pause when you feel the wind leading from up ahead. What do you do?
March on.
You all, or at the very least, Iria moves her way forward, keeping a careful eye out, I would assume, for, despite the fact that there are all these tracks, potentials for traps or otherwise. In the gloam, you can see above you there is every once in a while potential for like little tunnels of dark spaces where something might come looming out or tumbling their way forward. It's quiet, aside from
how-
traffic.
How wide are the hallways, or...
Sorry. I would say within the space that you guys are making your way through, the tunnel that you are taking sizable. It's not narrow. If you needed to, like, your whole group could pretty much stand shoulder to shoulder and not be like squeezing. So
Because
20,
because I probably wouldn't be walking dead center. I would still be more hugging the, not like hugging the wall, but close to the wall as I'm going. I'm not like front and center. I'm leading, but more hugging wall, if that makes sense.
Got it.
I'd say Castria, because I'm the one with the directions I just remembered. I'd be close behind, just kind of every once in a while, just pointing in a direction and trying to get a sense of where we are.
Lola's sitting on End's shoulder, because End is the tallest, and she, to make sure she has a good space to like fly up. And all that's going on is just, you get some good lighting in here and like some smoke. This place would be bomb as a club.
The music from Blade starts playing somewhere in the distance.
No, that's the other campaign.
What are you talking about? Anyways,
Every so often, looking down and checking to see like if the fresh tracks just stop.
those tracks do not stop. They continue
Okay.
pretty much on the same path that you are all on your way. Just all of them.
Do the tracks look like they are walking with purpose, or are they kind of scattered, or
Or single file to hide their numbers.
to hide their numbers? But no, I'm just like, are these... Do they look like they were running from something? Do they look like they were just, like, doing business?
Steady pace.
Since Iria has noticed them, I would take a logic roll on this in order to kind of study them and see, like, intent sort of situation. You've already noticed them, so a perception check would not help you here. Castria, there is definitely a purpose behind some of these gates. Along the lines of, obviously, if you were going down a corridor, hey, you have one way to go and everything like that. There's not really much of the tracks that are stopping to turn back or anything else along those lines. Pretty much this looks like all traffic is heading in this way. To the sense of, like, if they came in from one of the side tunnels or something along those lines, that would have been a wholly different case. Area with a 23, there aren't tracks that are stopping, but you do notice at a certain point more tracks have been joining in and heading in the same direction. With a bit of an eye on how this is going out, you get the sense that this is something akin to a hunting party. And that earlier what could have been attributed as tracks over time, something else along those lines, this is a massing amount of boot prints that are leading their way forward. In the sense that it is a small squadron or something along those lines. Like a great number of footprints heading after. There are two-ish, you want to say, of footprints that have longer gaits to them that every once in a while do stop, take a look back, and then continue onwards.
There's more structure to this group. It's not just like some random, like, yokels that's, like, trudging through something. It's like, this is an organized party, sort of.
For the most part.
Okay. I guess I would relay more, like, there seems to be structure with the last group that came through. Again, just be aware.
It could very well be just another adventuring party like us.
Yeah.
It all comes down to whether or not they like competition.
But this one, again, just jumping to conclusions, they seem organized. Again, that may not be entirely all bad, but couldn't be not good.
I would definitely not mention anything about why we're here.
Yes.
As you continue to make your way forward. No traps. Seems that whoever moved through the space has not taken the time to leave any. And if there were any, they have been tripped and left behind. Ahead, you all notice that there is a light. I know the very obvious joke here, but bear with me. A light towards the end of this tunnel entrance.
Sus.
Very sus. Because as you get
Now, is it
closer-
like torch light or like a light bulb type
It is.
constant, or is it more like flickery?
It is far too bright to be a torch.
I did see sunlight in my vision. I was hoping
There?
it wasn't.
There are fish that do the same thing, where they hide in the dark, they have a light, and they eat you if you get close.
You could send the turtle?
You're well knowledged on fish. Why don't you lead? Because you know if it's the trap fish, right?
That's a good point. Turtle!
Turtle, upon your beckoning, trundles its way forward, although at a regular move speed, because I can't be asked, and it's funny if the turtle moves at normal velocity.
He's got little wings. He's like floating above the ground.
Yeah, it makes its way forward. You have no means of looking through your familiar's eyes or anything else along those lines. I will point that
Nope.
out.
I just want him to
I was
go.
gonna say like, well, you know.
I want him to
this-
go, and if we see a mouth bite down, we know he's dead.
It continues to walk into the darkness.
So it's not a mouth. It's not a fish. I'll follow the turtle.
Which?
Lola.
Oh no, Lola's again. This is all really weird. So she's just the humor is the coping mechanism right now.
Well, if the turtle says it's safe, we might as well continue on.
The proverbial turtle in the caverns.
I mean, at this point, following a turtle might be the least weird thing so far. Right? We're all gonna die.
Well, not me. I'm gonna fly up.
Good to know that you
I'm
hear
glad-
everyone's back.
Yeah.
Just a quick.
I'll come back for you.
I'll take a quick second.
Ooh, is that
Oh,
roll?
we are rolling dice. What the fuck are we doing?
Damn it! I can't see you.
Concealment?
And I assume you just poof out of existence? Or at the very least, sight.
Yeah, I can pick up to the 40. Max power level 5. Advantage 3 to high, plus 3 to guard. Conceal sense, sound, and a sensory.
So,
And then since I went way past it, that's up to you of how good it is.
End just in the middle of all of you guys bantering and postulating everything like that, and just is gone.
Lola suddenly like, what? Now I have to fly.
I mean, granted, I think you're still sitting on
How
her
does-
shoulder, so
Now
The
it just looks like you're
disappearance would freak
floating.
me out. The
How does-
disappearance
how
would
does-
freak me out.
How does blind sight work with that?
With like a 40, you can't see her.
Barrett, you turn back and look, and End is I'm assuming still standing there unless she's making her way forward.
Okay, nothing seems nothing out of the ordinary for me. Everybody else is like,
hitting the grid.
Well, it would depend what kind of blind sight you have, because if it cancels a sensory of it, then you wouldn't. Like if you have tremor sense, and I
that I don't know.
Those.
We can get
So
into
we're
the
just-
nitty-gritty of that.
Yeah.
For now, you kind of see
Oh,
like the warping effect around Ed's body that is like magically deflecting light.
Okay, so something's off, but I still see her. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know.
How
what
far away
I'm
is
doing.
like the light?
The light is 100, 300. It's hard to tell without being able to scope how big the light is or anything like that. I will be honest with you guys. Also, I have no depth perception. I couldn't really tell you reliably. So, it's ahead. It will take some time to get there. Not like
Okay.
hours and hours and hours, but it's up there. Lola, sorry.
Permission to do something
By-
reckless?
By all fucking means, please.
Go for it.
Go for
Can
it.
I just like beeline, just like fly as fast as I can towards the light? Just because at this point she's like, we're walking so slow.
You
Yeah. Because I was going to move
Caution
forward.
is not her thing right now.
You break from the pack. From by all accounts, if anybody was going to trip any of these traps, they would have done so already. You shoot your way forward. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. I'm going to give you what you would see regardless, but there might be some extra stuff.
Still... Nope, nothing in a tiny me.
Okay.
No, not much better. Not much better.
I'm like, End's also rolling. Okay. Are you running after End?
Yeah,
No.
so I was already
I-
going to go forward because the turtle went there. Cause she
Yeah, I
doesn't
was gonna
think
say,
turtle is a good idea because it's a summon.
Ed
It
disappears.
is.
Lola shoots her way forward, leaving the five of you in the dust.
I followed the
Seeing
turtle.
Lola fly past, I just look at Cassie. I'm like, well, I guess we're dead because she's running.
Puddle has left.
Castria looks behind to see if something's chasing us. Because, you know, when you're walking and somebody speeds past you, your first thought is, what the fuck is behind us?
You only got to be faster than the slowest person.
I don't have legs.
So the monolithic cave bear looms out of darkness. No. Looking back-
But you have but on that note, you still appear to have legs, right?
Yeah, well, I have a dress that goes down to the
Okay.
bottom, and
Yeah.
she walks
Because
like
only
a
two
human
people
walks.
know of your.
Yeah.
So
Looking back, there is nothing looming out of the darkness. Puddle and End and Lola shoot their way forwards. 4 of you left behind, including Buddy. Just so we're clear, Buddy hasn't disappeared anywhere.
I mean, I would pick up the pace, but I'm not running anywhere.
No worries. The 3 of you who
yeah, there's a pep in the step now.
Yeah.
The 3 of you who
Lola
don't
just
make your way forward.
She was bored.
The light ahead of you, for those of you who have seen it, resembles very much like the breaking of daylight, peering through the cracks, perhaps be through the alleyways of buildings or past a mountain or something else along those lines. Like the sun waiting to greet you. As you move closer and closer and closer, however, sorry, tripping all over myself there. The light begins to transition, like rapidly changing to twilight and then nighttime. You find yourself in an altogether new, strange place, dotted with large, towering mushrooms, creeping bulbs and vines, and candles left every here and there. Strange sights ahead of you. And an eerie quiet settles over this place. In the distance, you hear the sounds of crickets, frogs. It is strange to taste fresh air in this space. Above you, you see a hazy, clouded sort of fog before the gossamer glow of the moon. It is kind of beautiful, kind of scary.
In my vision, it was sunlight, not moonlight. Are we actually outside?
I was gonna say, as somebody who's seen the actual moon and sun, is it the same feeling? Not artificial like Undertown's moon and sun.
Not to knock on the moon that rests above Undertown's sky. This feels a little closer to the real article. Not in the sense that it is the real thing, perhaps. But it does feel like there's some strangeness afflicting this area. As the others begin to catch up with those of you who rushed ahead, you see the glow of different mosses and fungal creeps around the space. There is a strange aurora sort of like glow and permeating sense to this area. Lola.
Lola would see this and just like go into feral fairy mode. Start to flit about. Like, come on. Looks like a fairy Glen. She's just kind of like roaming about like, oh my god! Oh my goodness! Look at this! Look at that!
There's something about this place that feels, despite alien in its nature, Lola, there's a nostalgic longing sense to this place. There's magic in the air here. You can taste it. The strange sense that defies the mundane here.
Kind of just gets really like cheerful, very joyful. She starts to giggle and just start to play in the moonlight. The moonlight, though very beautiful and different, she's more interested in like the foliage of just like what everything looks like. So she's kind of just like, oh, the scene in the Peter Pan movie, the live action of all the fairies floating about. That's what I'm imagining.
Lola takes to the skies, performing a most likely magnificent ballet by herself. And you take a moment to survey the landscape. The lights that rapidly disappear, you do not have an explanation for that. There was a light that was brighter than anything. And it is like day turned to night when you approached. Puddle. While these others have studied the landscape and begun to dance, something occurs to you. You can't find your little turtle friend. And looking down, you see inherent to the makeup of what it is born from. Water. It has left its own trail. Drip, 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 owing to your own namesake. And at a certain point it stops. Not entirely. To say it fully stops is not correct. But the trail suddenly and violently changes trajectory. You trace it to the stalk of one of these mushrooms, and you see a gnarled, very shoddy looking arrow sticking out of the trunk of this mushroom.
Brownies.
Hubert.
Sorry, above table, me and my Phalor, I immediately go brownies. It's got to be brownies.
It is not a tiny arrow. I will say that.
Oh, shit.
There is a sense of a perhaps humanoid-ish size of something that would fire this thing. If it was a trap or something like that, you do not see any machinations that would have caused that to happen. And you get the sense that you are not alone.
Can I look in the direction from where the arrow would have come from? Like, based on, like, where it is hit, can I, like, look that direction?
Following trajectory, you see foliage leads off into a distance, untold, unknown.
I will say to everyone, not to alarm, remaining very calm here, but something did shoot and kill Hubert, the turtle.
I will say at this point, the rest
Something
of you
is-
caught up.
Can
We are
I
not alone in here.
Can I remove the arrow from the stalk and just look at it to see if there's any added effects of arrow, if it's poisoned, or is it just a
Wet.
standard arrow?
It is.
It's wet.
It's got turtle blood on it, obviously.
No, it's just got water. There's no blood. It's just it's a turtle made of water.
It's got water turtle blood all over it.
Water,
So-
water turtle blood.
I'm sorry.
So Chad,
the Lost Boys?
just so we all know, do you rename the turtle every time, or is it like Hubert the second, Hubert the third, Hubert the fourth?
No, so it hasn't come up yet because I haven't used them yet. I have each element. I have a certain animal that I summon from that element. It is always the same one.
Okay.
They have personalities to them.
Not
It's always the
even-
same little guy. Well, when I summon Hubert the next time, he'll just remember getting shot at and be mad at me.
Will Hubert have a hole in him next time?
No, he's made of water, and his shell is made of ice. So it's literally like everything is water, ice shell, in little water weeks.
That's cute.
And that's Hubert. He's dead, though.
Why would anybody shoot a turtle?
Soup?
The goddamn Shredder and the Foot Clan are here.
Looking in the direction, there doesn't appear to be any signs of life. Or, at the very least, signs of rude life, I would say. The arrow that you pull from the stalk is gnarled and crooked. It is not the finest arrow. Knowing what you know of fletching and bow work and yada yada, this thing, you're surprised if it could even fly straight. It is gnarly looking. It does not appear to be coated in any poisons or anything like that. The metalwork is incredibly shoddy. The feathers look like they were violently tugged out of whatever bird that they came from, if they were from a bird. And it looks rough. It just screams to you the signs of an archer who is, to put a title or a sort of a property on it, crude. Very, very crude. don't hear sounds of anything breathing past where the arrow may have come from. But you have the knowledge that there may be something lurking out here. Something horrid, something that hates turtles. And if it hates turtles, who knows what the fuck else it's gonna hate.
Well, there's only one way to be safe. I gotta burn it all fucking down. We just gotta burn everything down. They can't hide in the trees. They can't hide in the bushes. If there are no trees and there are no bushes.
Hang on. We
No.
As like the hands start to hand. Hold on, buddy.
we at least
Lola got to light stuff on fire.
let me find the plants we need for the inks first. If you burn them, then we have to find no more.
Novos goes, you know what? I think she has a point.
Then you can
kill
burn
the
it down if
turtle.
you want.
They killed my turtle.
Just
No
us find
brains on the
plants
pretty
first.
Like, I know
Maybe
I
it
can
was
bring her
his-
back.
Maybe it was her time to go.
No, she'll just come back.
Then
Then
why
why are
would we
you
burn down
sad?
the forest?
Then why are you sad if she'll just come back?
She
She
still
can be back.
Have you lost-
experienced the death. I that part I understand. She still experienced death, and that cannot be good. Oh no, are they frozen?
No, I'm just sad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Ed and Shiri, do either of y'all mind giving me a perception check? Just out of curiosity. Down the path that you folks were originally headed in, there is signs of movement, and something is definitely ahead of you, and not in the sense of, well, maybe in the sense of trying to stay hidden, but certainly along the lines of either the attacker or something else along those lines is in that direction.
How far is it?
I would say
Is it
roughly,
like-
like 50 feet or so.
That should be. Unless she's. Did she say anything about what she wants to do about it? Or. Like, she go up to the gun? No? Well, I don't know what Sherry wants to do about it, or she saw.
Oh, Sherry, would you like to roll a perception for me?
Sure can.
And I believe Buddy will give you the help action. So take advantage of that. Up ahead, much like Ed, you see the movements in some of the brush along the path that you all were originally headed. There is a quick movement that goes for a bit, stops, and then continues to move a little bit more. Stops again.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy cocks his head up at you.
Do you want to meet a new friend?
Are we sicking him on this?
I'm curious, not to do any damage or anything, just to go after what's ever in there. Because I feel like he's smaller, so he'd be able to go faster.
You know what? Buddy looks at you, cracks his knuckles, thinks about it, and then just gives you a thumbs up and is going to dart down the pathway unless you have any other ideas.
Try to be nice if you can. If they're not nice, I understand, but try to be nice.
Oh, it's in the foliage and whatnot? Okay. Can I take out my gun?
Yeah, you can absolutely bring your gun. Are you just gonna Oh shit! Okay.
It's immobilized.
Right. I am gonna ask that we're gonna need to re-roll the tribute dice because you don't have direct line of sight to whatever this target is. The advantages you have are kind of canceled out in this case. So
To roll with what? As I say, if it was a foliage, I would have just spun it all together.
Yeah, honestly, though, that would still give you a 24 if we kept the first two. Yeah, okay.
Because then it would get a -2 to its own guard, I think.
So, and just draws one of her pistols, unseen by everyone else, I'm assuming still invisible, and just a bolt of some energy flies off into the grass. As Buddy hits the dirt, his legs spin up Sonic the Hedgehog style and takes off down the path. With that distance, and you hear it. You get the sense that the shot connects, but you hear "ay" as it hits into something. And within a few seconds, Buddy disappears into the foliage, and you just hear "ah, hey, what?" as something or someone is dragged onto the path. As Buddy starts walking back with his hands on the underside of a person, medium-sized humanoid sort of dude. And he just starts making his way back towards you guys. Half speed, because, dragging rules. But it looks like he's got someone. He is immobile, whoever this is.
Were the gunshots loud?
I'm gonna have to say they were likely noticeable. There was definitely a flash from somewhere near you guys as that took place, so...
Swords drawn after I hear gunshots.
Is that gunshots? It's just a focus item because it's not the bullet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a burst of magic comes out, not just a straight up gunshot. It's
but is it
it's not
audible?
Subtle. I don't think you have a silencer on that
Okay.
thing. It's not subtle.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to roll it. There's no way that it would have gotten noticed by literally everyone else around you.
Okay.
There's some sign, there's some sound to it as it leaves from the muzzle.
Sword drawn. When I hear that go off, swords
there's
drawn.
There's a moment of what the hell, and then like the duck hunt dog, Buddy is coming back with a prize, and is just carrying it with him.
Can I roll a perception on this guy just to get a better description of what he looks like? Does he look like a schmuck?
You hear, hey, lo siento, I'm sorry, hey, let me go. As Buddy keeps making his way towards you folks, as it looks like he has made a friend, and he's bringing his friend over to say hi to you guys.
Does it look like he has some kind of projectile that would shoot a rudimentary arrow?
This guy looks like he has, in the darkness, because there's not much light ahead of you guys, it doesn't look like he's carrying a gun of any sort or anything else along those lines. It's hard to immediately make things out for him. Lola, I see you have your hands up.
I assume you didn't speak Spanish for no reason.
As Buddy makes his way forward, Lola kind of looked down upon hearing this, and just after a moment, he approaches within the light of everything and drops like a wet sack of potatoes, just magic chains bound around his legs. There is a figure who looks up at all of you and just goes, "Buenos noches, hola!" As Lola, you look down and you see your brother Chewy sitting there in the dirt.
My bodyguard Chewy,
sorry,
or
no,
which
not
brother?
Chewy. Sorry, Lupe.
Oh, Lupe. Lupe.
Lupe looks up and goes, "Buenos noches, hola." And
Lupe, ¿qué haces aquí? What are you doing here? Out of all the places that I'm going to find you, why here?
Above table, is this the one that disappears for weeks at a time?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the nice brother above table, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
turtle.
this strange figure, who Lola begins speaking to, looks up in the sky and just goes, "Hey, sister! What's going on? Hey! What's,
Hey.
Hey, these ladies with you? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?"
Yeah, they're all with... Okay, everyone, back. Yes, they're all with me. Do not touch them.
Yeah, hey, what's up with this weird little guy? He's very strong for his size. It's very concerning to me.
You know what's concerning is finding you here. So...
You know what? I would be concerned about that too if I knew where I was. Wait, no, other way around. I am very concerned.
You just woke up here?
Yeah, kind of.
We can't both be missing. I'm already missing. How are we both missing? It's gonna look suspicious.
Sister, however you managed to get yourself lost, everything else along those lines, none of my business. Hey, welcome to the club. Any of you folks know where the hell I might be or anything else along those lines? I'd be mighty appreciative to know where that is.
You're in the labyrinth?
Oh.
This isn't like a gutter or an alley you get lost in. You don't just end up here.
Kill my turtle.
You're not supposed to be down here
Lupe, we don't...
by yourself. You're supposed to be with a group of people.
Someone asked a very important question. What's a turtle?
Okay.
Puddle,
okay,
he appears to have no projectiles. I don't think he killed your turtle.
Area looking him over, he doesn't look like he has any weapons whatsoever on him. You're amazed he's alive.
I am now full form or full size. I'm back to normal Lola. And I am immediately going and I'm checking his motherfucking pockets like, what have you been taking if you do not know how you got here?
Hey, listen, I didn't take anything. Oh, except like a few good drinks and maybe a few, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no.
What did you... I told you to stop doing that with sketchy people you don't know.
Hey, come on, it's always fun when you meet new strangers. They're like friends you haven't met just yet. And then you go and have wild drinking tours and stuff like that. And then you wind up in crazy places. Yeah, I guess, so Labyrinth, this is some kind of really crazy club, I'm assuming?
No, this is, how do I put this? This is a, hang on. Is there a way? I don't think I...
Thank you,
no,
buddy.
that
Would be nice.
I could do the memory alteration later.
Oh, shit.
I was like, no, this is an actual labyrinth with like actual dangerous areas where people come to do some reckless adventuring.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Adventure.
And I'm only telling you this because somehow you're here, and I have absolutely no way of explaining away us being in a very strange forest.
Oh, right. Yeah. There was this guy who came into town and he was like, ultimate adventuring tour, big drinking crawl, yeah, let's go do it. And he bought like a bunch of guys a bunch of drinks and everything like that. So I had some with him. He was kind of fun to hang around. I mean, granted, his music sucked and everything like that, but we at the very least had some pockets on him. So hey, if he's offering free drinks, I'll throw him back. So.
Okay, I can't knock you on taking the free drink. I totally get it, but
Yeah.
okay, can someone untie him? He's harmless. Trust me.
You do notice at this point he has managed to like push himself up onto his feet, but he's like hopping around in order to turn and like address all of you.
So you're on a pub crawl,
Yeah.
and the pub crawl ended here.
See?
Where is the rest of the
On
crawl?
popcorn.
Where is the rest of your group? You cannot come down here without the group. Muse
Oh.
won't let you.
To be honest, as part of the whole experience, everything else along those lines, we got to see these guys in these funny suits, and then it was all like, hey, we're going into the VIP area. We got on the elevator, we went down a weird stone circle. There was a skeleton. It was pretty cool. And we started wandering around here for a bit, and, we had more drinks and other stuff and that sort of stuff, and some of us got split up, and then there was these, like, little guys who started chasing us, and it was pretty fun, but they were, like, really, really pissed off at the blonde guy, and that was so damn funny. Let me tell you about that. And, so I'm here because, hey, I just figured I needed some fresh air, everything like that.
All right, hang on. Up here. Okay.
Yeah.
Who was chasing you? You said little people chasing
Yeah,
you.
that was a bunch of little guys.
What do you mean, little guys? Like little, like when I was little 2 seconds ago?
No, like, not little like that, but like, little, but like, kind of like in between sort of situation, but not like the what do they call them?
Halfling?
Yeah, like that. It's so funny because they're like half of the like regular human folks and everything along those lines. But yeah, they were like smaller than that, but they had like big clunky armor and everything like that. It was kind of funny, but they were chasing with like big sticks with like pointy stuff on it.
Okay, I think I know what's up the turtle.
Possibly. Patrick. or sorry, Iria.
I assume this is a very loud conversation. I am doing a perception check to see if there is movement in bushes that we're about to get attacked.
Give me a perception check.
If it'll roll. Did it not? There we go.
Lola? Is this one of your, kin?
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my brother, Lupe. He, you guys met Sagan the other day. This next brother, Lupe. Or Guadalupe, whichever one you want to call him.
You met Sagan?
Do you steal his wallet too?
Yeah, he found me yesterday. I kind of, yeah, I stole his. I kicked him and stole his wallet. You know how that goes.
Where'd
But
you keep him?
well, he was on the floor, so I just kicked him in the shin.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I can't kick him there anymore. Last time, I actually got in trouble with that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, can't do that. No.
Okay, but we have
Siblings
a problem.
are weird.
No, we have a problem. Now we're both missing, so we're
Iria,
out of all the places we could have ended up.
Iria, looking about, you don't see any immediate signs of.
There's too much going on.
Yeah.
He's too loud and like I assume he is probably very animated, so like I'm distracted, I would assume.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, I'm assuming I managed to give those little guys the slip, and hey, now I'm here with all of you, lovely ladies.
So you were completely separated from the man who brought you down here.
Yeah, I think I may have seen him like 5 minutes ago or something like that. He's this away, if. But
He's dead.
Who, yes, for Lola's sake, did he have a name, or was he just free drinks guy?
I'm gonna roll something for him
To see if
which
he
is
can
very
remember the
similar to
man's name.
earlier roll about turtles. He was going on and on about his name, La Grande or something like that. That's a stupid fucking name.
If anybody just randomly offered you a drink, you would get in a random wagon,
Wouldn't you?
a white wagon, and just get in.
So, if someone offered him a card with the location where he could get a free drink, he'd get in the car.
Yeah.
Arguably, I'd be in the car with him, but that's not the point.
Sister knows how to party.
What's a car?
I've heard it's a horseless cart, but they are super rare.
It's a cart.
It's an unmarked white cart.
DM. No!
Whoops.
I mean, hey, if we really want to go find this guy and make sure he doesn't kick the pocket or anything like that. Oh, we're so much in danger.
We
You know, I'm
actually
concerned
are
that they
in a
don't believe
little.
me.
We are in a little bit of danger.
I don't know how
There's
much.
been
is
a murder of a
more
turtle.
than him. There has been a murder of a turtle, but
When I find whoever killed my turtle, I will burn them down.
okay.
Roll persuasion.
My brother being here aside,
Intimidation.
Lola looks at everybody else. Okay, we need to focus, refocus, because this is a bad element. What'd you go?
Yep, that was the best one of all time. Your voice cracked as you were talking.
The funniest part is, he looks at you, Puddle, and with a very kind of a stupid look on his face goes, I believe you, and I will assist you. It gives you like a smile that's like inebriated, sort of like not exactly the best hitting on sort of situation.
The best possible way that roll could have went.
Oh, please don't let my brother die down here. I'm in so much trouble. Okay, we need to find things, right? We need to find plants. Let's look for the plants. And she just starts like looking at plants because we need to get out of here quick.
Oh shit! You folks are looking for some plants, eh?
Not those kind of plants. However, if you have some later, after, that's an after thing, not a right now.
Okay. What kind of plants are we looking for?
Are you any sort of expert in plants? We are looking for, and she'll list off the flowers Virginia gave us earlier. We need those to make ink.
He listens to the names that are rattled off. He gives you a little bit of like a sort of look and goes, but I don't know. There's like a garden that way. You know, when there was like, it's in one of the areas. I think it might still have the daylight sort of thing going on here.
Lots of flowers.
Daylight is crazy.
Moonlight is crazy. Look at that.
Oh yeah, no, that's really weird. I thought we were still in Undertown. Wait, are we not still in Undertown?
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet because we're really deep below ground, so we don't know how far we've gone.
I think we're under Undertown.
Regardless,
Okay.
if you're looking for
Where's-
these funny-sounding flowers, you might be able to check out the garden. I could come with and lead you there if you want.
Yes, up. Let's go before you get yourself into more trouble.
Do
Absolutely.
we have any sobering beverages with us in the
It will do absolutely nothing. I've tried.
Really?
If
I know
things
he looks fucked up, but he can hold his drink. He'll be fine.
Okay.
if things go south, are you able to defend yourself by any means?
He cocks you a very, like, odd look. A few brawls.
You are
Did
bound.
Did you win them? Did you win them?
Do I look like I'm dead?
You are bound by magical chains. Do you know who did that to you?
He looks
Our good
up.
friend
Oh, hey, they're
Bud-
gone.
You got bested by our friend here, Buddy. That's just why I question.
He looks back
That
down
thing-
the skeleton, and there's like a pause. Looks up towards you, Lola. Yo, Hermano, what the hell is that thing?
Yeah, but gonna say we're not really sure what Buddy is. Just that Buddy is and exists and can kick our ass. So don't piss off Buddy.
Oh, okay.
You be fearful. It is evil.
Hola. You see Buddy just kind of like stares up at him. Just does the whole "I'm watching you" thing.
Lola kind of gets close to Lupa's like, behave yourself, okay? New group of friends, you do not embarrass me. And hands off.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna sick End. Where is End? And she's just like, I don't see. We're missing one. We lost End.
And die with
She's
you.
over there. She's over there because I'm the only one that can see her. She's over there.
Wait, doesn't casting something get rid of concealment, or no?
I would say in this case, no, it wouldn't have gotten rid of your concealment. If you're still focusing on that, you're still concealed. It's just the attack kind of gave away your position. So you could have just, like, stepped to the side or something like that. It's just that area can kind of tell where you are.
There's nothing there. What are you talking about?
I'm not the crazy one anymore.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4?
Yes, I'm holding up 4. She sees fine.
Yeah, she's good.
Can you hear the fire too? Like, can you talk to the
I
fire
think you're
now,
still
too?
distraught about Herbert.
Hubert!
Hubert
She has a name!
had a name.
Castria will comfort Bundle. Put an arm on her side and pet. It's all right. We all grieve. Hubert.
Okay, we've lollygagged enough. Lupe, just take us there, please. We need to find. It's like the first thing we need to find. We still got 4 more of these things, so please move it.
Yeah, got it. All right, it will be this way. And he turns and starts like making his way down. Like he takes a moment to like step like a good distance around Buddy, and just keeps making his way down the path that he was just like unceremoniously like dragged back.
Not that I don't trust Lupe, but is the direction he's going in lining up with where I felt things were supposed to be?
Because he's still slightly inebriated, no. But it's along the lines of he's doing a little bit of that Jack Sparrow sort of like weeble wobble.
General direction? General correct
General
direction? Okay.
yes.
Then I will say nothing and just let him go.
Route, no.
Sure. Lola will call out. I don't see you, but just follow us.
Are you alright, Lola? You just hushed.
No,
quiet.
I'm not. No, I'm not. My brother is here, which means I'm in so much trouble.
Oh, I was.
But if he's here, wouldn't he be in trouble?
This kind of crap is expected from my brother. Him setting up in some random fucking garden or some forest is not something that anyone in the family would find unusual. But this breaks my whole thing.
I mean, you could combine your story with his story.
You got in a random unmarked carriage with him for a drink.
And then you ended up here? Just in case, for some reason, that gets coupled together.
It's really hard to.
We can figure out an alibi later.
And I mean, the both of you party, so maybe it isn't inconceivable both of you are missing at the same time?
We're never missing at the same time.
Do you plan that out?
Oh yeah, completely.
So this would be alarming for your father. Meaning
this would be yes.
Meaning he could
1 minute
have already sent someone out because both of you are missing.
Most likely.
But can't you all make can you all make a pact that like this doesn't lead between you two?
So, look, there's a lot of secrets between me and Lupe, and none of them have ever been spilled. All right, closed mouths. But the issue here is, if we're both missing, it's noticeable. If it's noticeable, he looks into it. If he looks into it,
He finds
Worst case
us.
scenario, he finds me. Yes, that is worst case.
That would be bad.
But yes, but you know what? Iria is not wrong. That's just not the problem right now. Let's just get through this, and I will figure it out. Still, my die is not going to kill me.
Yes.
You might want to ixnay on the kill. Puddle is still kind of, about death right now.
Oh right, sorry about the turtle.
He has a name.
sorry. She looks like Hubert.
Her name is Hubert. The Hjortle.
She, her pronouns, Hubert. Hubie? Is
I will
Hubie an acceptable...
QB.
We'll have to ask her the next time she's around.
You know, you could summon her back at any time.
She let me try.
As Puddle goes to try to see if she can reconstitute Hubert. Sherry.
The person that tried to bring you down here, what were they like?
As you go to, hurry after Lupe, who has just been wandering off, probably trailed a little loosely by everyone else. He looks over towards you and goes, well, as far as I can remember, this guy, the instrument with him, blonde hair, very, very terrible name. But again, it could be another language or something like that. Le Grande? His name means the big. But yeah, no, he showed up, said, hey, we're going to do a little bit of adventure, which means bar crawl, and we went and had some drinks. And like I said, we came to this crazy new club, and now we're here, and he's probably lost here somewhere.
Wait, La Grande, it's not one of our family has no dealings with him, right? There's zero chance.
Lola, go ahead and give me a learning roll. I'll ask you for that.
I have nothing in this. I've rolled worse. It's a flat 14.
Nope. This name rings 0 bells.
What about the other people you were with? How many were there? I mean, should we be on the lookout for them?
He looks at you and goes, there was a number of other people. There was a halfling guy. He was the first one to split. There was a dog elf kid. That guy did not do any drinking or anything like that. So he was just quiet and, he was just there. It's kind of weird having him hang around. It was like having a little brother sort of situation. No one passed him anything. Yeah, no, it's, honestly, I was, pretty into my cups by the time I knew everyone who was coming down here. Yeah, unfortunately, add 0 bells.
Oh, he's a bard. I'm gonna roll on it to see if maybe he's come into the gems.
Sure.
Or even audition for it.
It's gonna have to be a learning.
Yep. I used my precision.
Oh, wait.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
24.
That's a natural 20 on something I have 0 in.
Yeah, with a 24. Okay. Le Grande. That name heard of that name before, but it's like not a name that has literally ever been important to you or anything else along those lines. And then, like, the memory of some guy who at one point came into the gems and talked a whole lot of game, and behind the scenes Jade savagely made fun of this guy. And then Malachi came back and you expected her to, like, hey, let's let's not poke fun at some of our patrons, but join in with a get a load of this dude.
Oh.
Nothing to write home about. But he mentioned his own name several times enough that kind of just like for some reason there's a little bit of like a just hearing that name.
So I'm
the other people,
like, annoyed.
The other people you were with, were they well equipped for this, or were they flying by the seat of their pants like you were?
Well, to be honest, like, that might have been the case. I think some of them may have had some weapons, or at the very least they had bottles. I'm actually gonna roll. The blonde guy. He had a loot with him and like a sword, but he didn't know, like, he didn't look like he knew how to use it, for one thing. The elf kid. He had a number of weapons on him. And a bow and a couple of swords, but I lost sight of him a long time ago.
Did there seem to be any kind of purpose other than partying down here?
No, it was just like, we're doing a party. Everything else along those lines. I don't know. It was mentioned something about, like, just seeing where the night takes us, and the night took us here. That's it. As far as I can recall. Oh,
do you remember how many were in your group?
What was that?
Do you remember how many were in your group, or was it just you and the two other people?
5 or 6 or 7 or I don't know. It was kind of hazy.
When you were traveling with these people, did the blonde guy stay in the back and you all led the way?
You know what? That's a very fun question. He looks at you and goes, I think it started out in the front and then, like, he moved towards the back and was like, don't worry, I'll inspire you all with greatness. And, I don't know, he played his lute a little bit more and it was just, like, you know, my sister, way better player than him. I will say that. I'm saying this, but yeah, I'm saying it. You see, like, at a point, he just looks down and goes, oh shit! Reaches out, grabs something, goes, not a good stick, and just keeps walking. Over time, you get the sense that as he's wandering down this path, looking about, there's no real big sense of, like, anything about to come charging out of the darkness or anything like that. But as he keeps making his way, eventually you find yourself to a space. What looks to be a pathway, like a made pathway sort of situation. Next to lines of stones with little signboards next to this place. A garden. Looking over this space, you see a number of different flowers. Roses, dandelions, sunflowers. And at a certain point, you see there is a sign for geraniums.
That was one of the flowers, right?
Yes. That and daylilies.
Mm.
The plot, however, appears to be coated in darkness. Mushrooms dominated. Shadow. Boot prints. It looks like a piece of land that has never been worked.
Perception roll to see if there's any kind of like movement in the area.
The immediate area?
Yeah,
Aside
because I
from-
assume it's kind of is it kind of like a clearing and that's where it is.
They're looking. Go ahead and actually, everyone, feel free to give me a perception check in this space here. A lot of dice being rolled. There is no signs of immediate movement aside from your party that has gotten to this point. Lupe looks like he's led you precisely where he intended to. Those of you who look at his face, with over 10, you get the sense that he is a little surprised. With 15s or higher, you see over a little bit of a way there what looks to be a shack, or like a rounded sort of like shed or a home or hut or something else along those lines, but it is dark. It is empty. It looks almost haunted, bereft of life or love or the feeling that there was ever any life in this place. I don't know what to tell you, ladies, but it was right here.
Okay, so magical shifting forest, maybe?
This were a maze. I mean, the sign and everything is the same.
Can I use my observant to try and see if it shifted where things might have shifted to?
Physically, physically, it appears like nothing has shifted. There has been no sounds on the way of your traversal. This did not take hours to get here. Mere minutes. 15 or so. There would have been a sign of something moving around. Something that would have been obvious that there were things moving. You don't see, other than the boot prints that have moved their way through, doesn't look like anything's ripped anything out of the ground or anything else along those lines. The space itself has not moved. Chad, I believe I see your hand has been put up.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could do. I don't have anything in learning, but a learning roll for my time on the surface, knowing about like flowers blooming in the light or anything like that, because I know that Castria had described it earlier as being sunlight when she had seen everything.
Learning or logic, your choice.
They're both the same.
Okay.
There's nothing in either one. So,
Sherry.
On that same note, I kind of want to look at the mushrooms.
Nothing.
Yeah, go for it.
Now the sign's there, but there's no flowers.
The signs are
Is that what I'm
there are
getting?
no flowers. There is no evidence of
Okay.
flowers having been there in any case.
Should I do learning?
Yeah. Yeah, learning, logic, your choice. Castro described blue skies, fair sunlight. You haven't seen it here. And maybe you start to question whether that vision was entirely correct or true. And then you recall that as you were heading down the tunnel in this direction, there was the light. And Sherry, you've seen the sun before. And that very much evoked and emulated the feeling of seeing the sun. But it is night. And it's an eerie sort of night. It is the sort of night where, as if there was never the touch of day here.
Excuse me, you said the flowers were here earlier.
Yeah.
Was that hut there? That structure there as well?
Yeah, it was. I actually hid out in there for a little bit.
Was there anything particular in there?
I mean, it was all here earlier today, so I don't know what to
When
Did
you
the
say
hut-
earlier today, when you say earlier today, what do you mean?
Earlier when it was daytime. And then, like,
But
at some point the little guys came around, and then I guess I was running for a while because it got nighttime pretty fast.
Should we wait here until it's daytime again?
I was about to say, perhaps day to night just means light to dark, not the passage of time. Like the lights going out at the end of the tunnel as we approached.
That could be the case. You see, he starts unscrewing his flask.
Lola like asks for a sip.
He takes a hit and passes it.
maybe we should
Which
check
one?
out that structure while they partake in their.
Don't be such a prude. I took one drink. And then she has it. Hey, place is kind of. I need the edge off.
Are there like a lot of mushrooms?
Maybe
around,
you
or-
don't need the edge off. Maybe you need to be more thinking straight.
I heard En's voice. Where's she at?
Is it? That's about. Is it? Are there a lot of mushrooms around, like large ones, or what are they like?
There are mushrooms of all different sorts of sizes. Yes.
Are they similar to the sunshrooms at the farms?
No.
Okay.
I'll provide the help action to area for the investigation.
Yeah, I want to go check out that structure.
By all means, you head your way on over towards the structure. And I would like your role of choice on determining the makeup of these mushrooms if you'd like to follow up on that. And whoever else might also be interested in that topic. And as you go to investigate these mushrooms, do you go to interact with them physically, or do you just kind of study them?
Should we just pet them the same way she would pet the sunshrooms since they're similar.
These mushrooms try to move away from you.
They got extra
Sense like a creature who does not want to be touched, like a dog that is unsure about you petting it, or something along those lines. As you bring your hand up, you see like the surface start to move away from your hand. It doesn't move away fully that you can't make contact with it, but
no, she'll stop because she'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get in your space without consent," and just sit Indian style across from it and just wait.
Shiri, I see you've rolled a logic of 7. Are you also investigating the mushrooms? Or
I was, yeah.
Okay. They're
Trying to.
End might not have noticed this just yet, but the moment End started to go for it, and there was like a glow from the underside of the cap of this particular mushroom, and then the moment they pulled away, it softened back, but you saw that sort of that glow is mimicked in the surrounding mushrooms leading away. With a 7, not exactly sure what that might be, but you notice that.
I'm assuming we have different lights set currently, correct?
You do. Some of you have lights upon yourself. Everything else holds lights.
Party wants to gamble, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
It's up to you.
You'll have my support for chaos and gambling.
If we turn out the lights, I wonder if that would do anything for the mushrooms? I don't know. It's a shot. In the dark.
No pun intended.
It wasn't intended originally, but here I am.
Bard is now playing a version of Getaway Car on her lute. Just saying, because that line is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, never got a shotgun shot in the dark.
If you want to take the time to think of that. Yeah.
Let's see. Since she thinks her little friend is shy, because she knows what that's like. Let's see. Right. So many lists. They're not enough. I just saw you. Oh, there it is. See if this works. So it's because I'm still Castra still bolstering me, or would be, or did she use it?
I believe Castria has superior concentration, so...
Yeah, I usually, if I say I bolster someone, I usually keep it going until I need to bolster someone else.
Right.
So, and I already used my big precog, so I could be bolstering technically 2 people, I think, right now, and keep it up.
The superior gun and bolster, so that's a 3, so it'd be a barrier of obscurity, or oh, okay. Like little dark clouds kind of bubble around me and the little shrooms to conceal us from the lights, like obscure it.
You put a darkness around yourself and a few tiny toadstools that are at your feet. Can't one of the bigger ones in there. But as you do so, you see there is a further glow from these by your feet. There's a bioluminescence to these that you were not able to see due to the light that's coming off of yourself, your allies, that sort of thing. And as there's a moment of calm, I would like to ask you to roll fortitude, please. Something.
At 20
Yeah.
and 37. 32.
You feel something prod into your leg and begin to push with a sharpened point. And you have enough of a reaction to pull away from this thing as this undergrowth that you were sitting in has developed vines and thorns sharp as razors. And as you go to move away from it, it seems like it is trying to follow you to attack you. Those of you who have got to the shed, as Ed makes this discovery, looking about this place looks vacant. It looks like it has never seen a day of love or life on the interior. What furniture is there is sparse and looks as dust-covered and pathetic, so much so that not even cobwebs linger amongst the surfaces. There are pantries that are empty, bare, no crumbs for small scavengers to come through. It is dark in here. There's maybe lantern over the side. It's quiet.
Now you said like the dust doesn't look like there's been any movement in this place for a while.
This place looks like it was built and then never inhabited. Like someone made it and then just felt disgraced and left it to rot.
Didn't Lupe say he hid
I
out
was
in
gonna
that
say
area?
he said he hid out in there. That's why I wanted to.
There's no trace of Lupe in this place?
Lupe is outside, and there are no tracks.
Looking over at
contact.
Castro, like he said he hid out in here, didn't he?
I believe so, but maybe his cognitive function isn't great. Perhaps it was a different shack. Perhaps he only made it to the outside. Or, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Maybe there's some sort of time thing happening here, and this place is representative of an earlier time period before he came in.
Or do you think that's the real Lupe?
That would be unfortunate.
Those of you who have entered the shack, do you wish to move through the place and try to study it a little better?
I will, just to make sure, and maybe clear Lupe's name, I will try to flick my tail, which I guess somebody's going to see a glimpse of. It would look like just my dress flicking forward.
Okay.
I'm gonna flick my tail and just try to make a mark in the dust on the floor.
Dust. Out in front of you. You leave a wide sweep.
I'm going to walk out, walk back in. Has it reset?
No.
Alright, he should have left a mark in here.
This might be a tricky situation we are about to run into. I don't know how to bring it up.
Should we at least investigate further in here?
Probably.
The entry chamber, so to speak, that you make your way into is kind of one of those living spaces where there's a nook where someone might be able to sit, read, window behind it. The glass itself is smeared with time. Beyond that, there is a kitchen, easily fully accessible, like it's a studio sort of room setting. Over towards the side, you see that there is a door, kind of saloon style, that leads into a bedroom of some sorts. Does anything strike your fancy?
I'll follow,
Are there any
Iria's lead?
desk with papers or anything writing?
Give me a perception.
Nope. I run into the desk.
I am providing help.
I'm looking at my shoes.
I am providing the help action if you wanted to do.
That's fair.
With
Okay.
advantage to see if you get any better.
So let's see what.
Okay.
That's a
better.
whole lot better.
Looking down, owing to the earlier roll, you do run into the desk.
Oh.
There is a moment where you look down at it. Looking at it, there appeared to have been like a place for an inkwell, quill, that sort of thing. If there ever was that thing, it's either long gone or was never placed at the first point. But there, under the dust, it does look like it's been used at some point. This doesn't all look like brand new furniture left to rot. And with this sense of trying to see, you look to the side and notice that on a chair, or the nook little area, they're tucked a little bit in between the cushions and the woodwork of the structure itself. There is a bundle, a journal or something, wedged in there.
Remove it.
Go. You probably want to carefully remove it.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah. No.
wiggle it, comes free. Dust still scattered on it. A few bugs crawl off of it. Dust it off. Open. There is a W emblazoned onto the sort of leather binding of this. As you flip it open, there's not much left in this. It looks like, again, this is a sign that someone lived here. But time has had its way with this. It's not as if these patients were very well treated, but there is passages, the magics that were put into this place. This is just yet another prison. Wish I could leave. The sun is fine, but every once in a while in the darkness at the night, sometimes it appears that there is something wrong. There is a sound of...
Are there any windows in this room?
There is. Very smeary. One right above...
Looking out the window, is it dark out?
Yes.
Okay.
You...
And do I see... at the angle, do I see the rest of my party, or are we at a different end of the house?
You see Shiri and Ed moving to
Okay.
experiment with mushrooms. Puddle,
Okay.
Lupe, and Lola, I'm assuming, are looking around the rest of the garden bed, seeing if there's any other plant life here. There is not.
Okay.
When Lupe said he hid out in here, he said it was daylight. Perhaps
Yes.
this is different at daylight than it is at night.
Reading through the journal, there's a passage that refers to certain nights being different. Not all the time, there's no fixed rate. A few passages go by, mentions of growth of mushrooms, harmful flora, things that do not like that which is bright. More scribblings. Creatures that don't interact well with the magics of this place and acts in a very untoward manner. Interlopers. Eventually, down in some pages with a drawing of a hazy, moon-filled night with mushrooms dotting the landscape, much like you know exists outside. There's a word that jumps out to you. Feydark. And that's where we're going to leave our session. As something occurs to you that this is not your typical day-night cycle. Something very wrong, very untoward is happening in this place.
Probably one of those things, as we read that, we look at each other and look out the window, and that's where it, like,
Yeah.
cuts. It's like, oh shit.
You read the line about they don't like the light, and then there's me standing next to Hubert, and she's got like a little like flashlight that I'm just like looking at plants with.
And meanwhile, Ed and Sherry look down at the foliage that has been turning itself into razor wire to try to snatch Ed.
Ah, shit. Well,
So,
see you next week.
we will study more about this strange mystery next time.